Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures, and welcome back to my channel. And I'm just about to start the latest Roxy's Weekly Challenge. This week Rachel's made little ephemera folders, something I've never made before. So I had to make a prototype because I had to know, I had to go through the process so I knew what I was doing, otherwise I'd completely flounder. And it's a good thing I did, because I stuck the sides down of the folder, which I wasn't supposed to do. So I had to trim it off. So I have made this one just to try it out, and I'm glad I did. So I think I know what I'm doing now. So I'll just get started. I'll just get my timer going and see what we can do. I've got about, I think I've got six papers here. I can't imagine I'll make more than 6. If I make 6, I'll be pleased. So I'll put this aside and I'll get started. Right, let's put it over there. Put my timer on. Here we are, it started. And I think the first thing she did was make the outers, make the folders. So I've cut all my papers to size. So I'm just going to, no, that's not what she did. She did it this way, didn't she? Yes, so you can actually, so if there's anything that's directional, it goes the right way. So that's about it. So most of my papers are actually, this is the only one that I'm using an old letter. This is one from Cam at the Paper Outpost. That doesn't even look straight, but never mind. Plough on. You can always trim it up afterwards. So it's straight that side, so it just needs a bit of trimming on this side by the looks of it. So I might just quickly do that. So already I'm losing time, but I'd rather get it right. So that's not quite straight along the side there. That's better. Right. Page 1. And this paper, it's so pretty. This is from, this is slightly smaller. I've cut, this is slightly, I think it's a little smaller than the letter, and this is the size I'm using because I thought I'd cut them all to a size that would be perhaps easier to fit into a journal. So this is from Tailor Made Journals. It's one of her wallpaper kits. So I thought I'd use some pretty papers as well as the antique letter. I'd use something like this, so they look quite pretty in the journals. Right, so that's that one. I'll put that over that side. I've also decided to have a go with a piece of scrapbooking paper. So this is a really pretty one. I think it's a K&Co. I've had it for years. One of the first pads I bought, I think. And the reason I bought it, this pad is actually called Hannah. And I couldn't resist because my youngest daughter is called Hannah. So I have had it for years, and I've used quite a lot of it, but it's still quite a lot, a few pages left. So I thought it was a good thing to try using something a bit different for this. Obviously it's not that not that easy. Probably could do it being scored because it's quite thick. I'll just get the old excuse me, get the bone folder going. That one, so that's going to be a pretty one, I think. And then this is, I've got a couple of sheets from one of Rachel's new kits. So I've double printed coffee dye papers on the other side so that they've got a nice interior as well. So this is one of Rachel's newer kits with the antique papers. And this one, again, looks like it needs a little trim. So I'll have to just do that. Obviously my cutting was a little bit defective yesterday when I was getting these papers prepared. Okay, that one. And just got a couple more. Another one, these are, I think, again from, all of these last ones are from one of her most recent kits, antique papers and the antique end papers. Don't know which one this comes from. Thought the colours were nice. And also because these are because they're non-directional, it makes them easier in a way to do. And this is the last one. Hold it to about there. Right, so that's those all folded. Now the next thing we have to do is prepare our book pages for the inserts. So I'm just going to, so I've got six folders, so I just need to fold 12 sheets of this paper, and then I'll trim it to size afterwards. So I always get quite excited when it's time to do the new challenges, because it's quite nice to have something that is a bit different to do, that you haven't got to decide yourself what your video is going to be about, or what you're going to make in the video. Rachel makes all those decisions, and we just have to try and do what she's done, really. And I just always cross my fingers she doesn't make something that's really, really hard. So far, although sometimes it's been a little bit challenging, on the whole they've not been too difficult to follow. It's quite nice just to do something a little different. I've never made these, I've never really thought about making one of these. So I'll have to think about how I'm going to use them once I've got them. I find I can use them myself. And I might put one into a journal. It's quite nice if you wanted to put in like she's done herself in one of her Christmas projects. Put little prompts into a journal, you know, because I was actually thinking with my wedding journal that I'm making, I could, although I'm putting some words and phrases onto some of the ephemera, you could have a little, maybe, I mean, it'll only be a few, so I'll probably just do it in a little envelope, but just have some little names like, you know, bride's mother, or bride's father, or parents of the groom, or something like that. And so that if they had a photograph, they could just caption the photograph. Oh God, I've lost count of what I was doing now. I think I've got about, I'm not far off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I think that's all I need. Right, so they're folded. I've just got to trim them to size now. I don't think they'll be far off the size I need, but I might just want to trim down those raggedy edges. Let's have a look, see what size I need. Now I know the letter one is a bit wider, so just got my ruler here. And so if I just take it in a little bit from the sides, I think 17 and a half perhaps. Yeah, 17 and a half centimetres I think, by, take a little bit down from there. Can't see where the fold is. About 11 I think. 11? Yeah, I think 11. 17.5 by 11 is what I'm going to need for, certainly for the first five, and then I'll try cutting the two together. It's a bit daring, isn't it? Right, oh, this isn't going to be big enough. I'll have to use my other trimmer. No problem. Right, just move everything out of the way to get it on the, whoops, to get it on there. Right. Nope, that way. 17. Ooh. It's only just going to be, okay, all I need to do then is just, they're about that size, so they're not going to, I'm just going to trim off that wiggly edge and that's it really. And what was the 11, wasn't it, that way? Make sure they're lined up. Okay. Just trim the sides a little, just where I've torn them out of the book really. As usual, these are pages from my my old children's encyclopedia. So useful. And they're quite strong pages too. Four. So these are ending up at about 17 wide, and that's fine. Oh, no, turn that one over. To have the jaggedy edge on the same side would be a good idea. And 11. Make sure they level that side. Okay. And last two, I think. Hopefully that's all the cutting I'm going to need to do. Get rid of all these bits. Right. Oh, did I trim that? No, I didn't. Oh, typical. I forgot to trim it the other way, didn't I? Did I do the 11 inches? Or maybe I did it. Let's have a look. 11 centimetres. No, I didn't. I've done this one. Are you shouting at me? You've forgotten to trim the other way. Oh dear. Oh well. Never mind. That'll teach me to say that's the last of the cutting, won't it? There we are. Done. Hopefully. Unless I've missed another one. I guess I'll find out as I go along. Right. Now we have to glue them. Now I know Rachel did 2 at a time. We'll try that. Maybe. Just glued them. Let's just check that's going to fit. Just a bit of paranoia. Okay, sorry, I had to pause the timer, so I'm just going to resume it now because my memory card decided it was full. So I was just checking that this fitted okay. So yes, that's all good. So I've still got just over half an hour to go, so I'm doing all right. Yes, so now I was gluing these down. Yeah, my memory card, my camera just cut out and turned off, and it wasn't the battery, so I think it was the memory card was just too full and it wouldn't record anymore. So I had to quickly delete a few old videos. I sometimes forget to do that. Right, so I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. To hold a wiggly line up the side. Do that one. Do that one. I don't know if I'm off camera. And do one up this side as well. That side. And do that side. There we are. Those two. Next two. Oop. That's the top. I'm rubbish at doing a straight line. Okay. So nice to have a new bottle of art glitter glue. So I haven't got to squeeze so hard to get it all out. And it comes out a bit more freely. Okay. That one. got a good grab, this glue, so shouldn't take too long to dry. Make sure I've got them all going the same way. And these two. So I've got the glue going right to the top. Okay. A little bit of seepage on that one. Next two, I'm thinking I might actually get on better gluing down rather than gluing up. I think I'll try that. Doesn't really make any difference which side you glue. So I'm going to try doing it that way. Beep, 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 beep. Right, and this one. Okay. There we are. That one. Guess this is not the most riveting process to watch, as Rachel said herself. It's just all part of the process. It's doing it all in the right order. If you just keep doing the same thing over and over, it gets easier and quicker, I guess. Right. This one. My lines are getting straighter each time now. I think I've found the right way to do it, now that I've nearly finished. Squishing out the glue. That one. Last two. Right. Okay, that's it. I suppose the obvious thing to do would be to fast forward at this point to the next stage. Probably quite a lot earlier than this. Yeah. If you don't want to watch the same thing over and over again, just fast forward to the next bit. Mind you, if you've got this far with watching it, then the next bit's quite soon. Okay. Right. So just make sure all the folded sides are on the same side. Turn them over so that the drier ones are at the top. Just check I've got them all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Right. Put the top on this glue. Now it's time for the glue stick. So time is marching on. Right. Oh no, that's the new one. Got that one ready. This is the one that's already started, so just in case this one runs out. Join those two together. Okay. See what they do. Yep. Okay. Blue glue there. Those two. Okay, those two joined. Get the glue off again. A dry one just to get rid of the wet bits. And that one there. So quite a good, whoops, good bit of glue. And then put them together. For some reason one or two of them are slightly wider than the others. I don't know why. Such is the way things happen sometimes. You just get them central. It's only a fraction. It's not going to really make a lot of difference. Right. Okay. Line these ones up. And last two. Right. Right. Okay. And now I get to put them in the folders. So I'm guessing we put the glue on here, stick it in. A little actually. I think this should be okay. Are you alright? Oh, it's just showing above. If I can bring it down a fraction before it's completely glued in. That's better. And then bit of glue on this side. And that's going to open. Yep. That one. Next one. Lovely. Oops. Yep. These are going to be really pretty. I like these. I say it's not something I've ever thought to make. I have seen Rachel make these in other videos when she's made at different times. It's never been something that I thought, oh, I'll make one of those. But now I am, and I'm quite enjoying it. Put those back central. That's all good. Glue up the middle. Make sure you get a nice coverage. That's that one. Whoop. Ah. Oh, don't grab it under my table. I thought I'd rescued it, but no, it went. Okay. Right, not too many more to do now. Right. Don't do that again. Okay. Check if it fits. Yes. Okay. Don't know how many of these I'll actually get completely finished. Oh no, not on that. Not on that bit, on this bit. Alright. Ugh, it keeps doing that. Alright, that one's there. Last one. So this one will be, it's a little bit bigger, but it's fine. It's just got a little bit more, just a little bit more room either side, that's all. Doesn't really matter. Right. Okay. And that's popped it. Right, so while I'll do them in reverse order again. So now I've got to do the eyelets next. I suppose I'm just going to do by eye. Not entirely, not completely central, but I think what I'll do is I'll do all my holes. That's no good. I'm going to have to measure. 9. It'll all be in the same position. And it'll be a much quicker process of putting the eyelets in if they are marked where they need to go. This one's a little wider, so that's 8.5, 9.5. For some reason they're all just slightly different in size, but never mind. Just over the 18, so about there. find this one. Nine and a half, 9 3/4, about there. Right, let's do these. Only got 5 minutes left, so I may not get very many of them done completely. Lost the mark now. Oh, there it is. Right. Now I can do the eyelets. Oops. Everything's falling over. Okay. A little collection of eyelets rather than fishing around in my big pot. Just make it a little bit easier to find what I want. Okay, done. I'm not going to do that one because it's not very central. Should have measured. Too much trying to just wing it, and it's not always the best policy. Got it? Yep. I'll go for a pink one on here. Yeah. That one. Whoops, it fell out. I'm down to my last 2 minutes. So I think everything except putting the tie. That's not quite caught. Try it again. Okay, has it caught that one? More or less. Last one. I'm going to do a big one on this one, I think. Okay. A piece of twine here that I might use for this one. I'm just going to put the twine through and tie it later, because I know that for me doing the tying will be the hardest part. So I'm going to stretch the rules and consider having the twine through the loop, as it's going to be as as done as I'm going to be. Okay, that's the 45 minutes. No, I haven't made this long enough. Oh no. No, just need to even up the length, I think, a little bit. Try that. Okay, let's. Oh, well, almost a bow. Last two, last three. If I've gone well over the hour, I apologise. I just wanted to get these finished. Now I'm kind of getting all fingers and thumbs now, because I know that time is getting a bit tight, even for a normal length of video. One bit. No, I knew this would happen. Just haven't got a long enough piece. A little bit more. It's my least favourite part of the whole process. When I saw her doing the bows, I thought, oh, I know I'm going to struggle with that bit. Can't be bothered with that one. I don't think I've given myself a long enough piece. It's starting to hurt my shoulder now. So I'm just going to do the best I can with this one and the off-centre one. Have I given myself enough to play with? No, I haven't. Okay, I'm not going to struggle with that anymore. I've got as close as I would have hoped. I got 6 pretty much made. A bit more fiddling to get the bows done to happen. But there we are. There's my 6. I think they're really pretty. I really like them. So I'll probably be spending a bit of time rounding the corners of the flaps, maybe inking round them just to give them a bit more definition, and having another go at those bows, even if I have to cut a longer piece so I can get them done. So that's Roxy's challenge for this week. I think it's week 10, I think. So thank you very much for joining me, and please do join me again soon, and we'll see what we do next. Bye for now.